Okay, let's get at it.
Woo! Yay, hiking.
Okay, it is August 15th, 2021, day 75. It's coming out on a nice view to start my morning. Nice open field. So my climb, and I have started it already. Climb this morning is up Mount Prospect, and not exactly, okay, I turned back into the woods to the right here. That makes a lot of sense, because I was like, the elevation doesn't look like that on the map. Okay, so yeah, I'm in the middle of my climb up Mount Prospect, and that'll be my morning 2 miles or so, and then turn down the other side, or come down the other side into the town of Falls Village. It's something like that. You know, this is the problem with not having Melissa here to correct me when I'm wandering in my thoughts. But we'll say you're down into the town, and then across the town, which will be a couple miles of flat, and then a long climb up and uppy downies to Mount Eagle, and eventually to the shelter area or the campsite area I'm headed to, called Caesar Brook. It's a total of around 15.7 miles is on the docket. So we'll see how it goes. Last night I was at Billy's View was the name of the viewpoint, and I just stealth camped there, so I didn't want to push to the next shelter area, which I'll probably be passing in a minute. But the most recent comment on it in the Gut Hooks app, most recent comment was along the lines of, if you enjoy a half-mile climb down a cliff into mosquito hell, you'll love this place. That didn't seem like a ringing endorsement, so I decided to go with the stealth site. That, and it saved me 1.5 miles or a mile on my day yesterday. So there we go. Okay, so right now it's actually the morning of day 65, but Melissa's already yelled at me for not doing nightly recaps with her off trail for now. But I'm definitely not going to do them the same style we've been doing them. That's our thing. So, but I'll at least give you a quick update. And even though it's day 65, this is the recap for day 64. I don't know which vid I'm going to put it on. We'll find out together when I actually compile the video. But yeah, yesterday did 16.5 miles, and went up to a place called Billy's View, which was a nice little area. Billy didn't have much of a view anymore, though. It was all treed in. So he needs to get himself out here to clear some of the trees or something. But that was a great place to stick a stealth camp. So that worked out yesterday. What I do want to recap is yesterday was milestone day of getting into Connecticut. So one more state done. So even though Melissa's not here, I'll give my view of Connecticut, or of Massachusetts. Really, it was bookended. We had Mount Greylock at the north end on the day we entered the state, which was a great climb, beautiful view, great place to stay up at Bascom Lodge. And then it was bookended on the south end with what I'd call Mount Race was probably the next nicest place in Massachusetts, in my opinion. Had really nice ridge walk, and it was a beautiful day, but it was rocky, it was climby. But Mount Race is something I'm looking forward to getting back here with Melissa when we finish up her miles of this section, because that was really a nice place. In between those two, it was a pretty standard hiking state, so that was nice. There weren't too many crazy ups or downs. I really enjoyed Goose Pond. We didn't stop at the actual Goose Pond cabin, but took a swim in Goose Pond, which was nice. And it's kind of hard because we did take a 00 in the middle, and a lot of things were going on, especially at the back end of this, with us figuring out the hip thing that maybe we didn't enjoy quite as much. But the middle part of the state seemed to just be miles that went by, so that was good. Nothing terrible in the middle of the state, so all good. I think that's about it. That is Massachusetts, and then we got into Connecticut, and the first climb was up Bear Mountain, Connecticut, which was a bear. So we didn't see any bears, or I didn't see any bears, but that was a tough, rocky climb up Bear Mountain, Connecticut to start the state off. That one I'm glad I wasn't doing northbound, because I think it would be even tougher coming down the ledges. But it was definitely reminiscent of some of the rock climbs that we had earlier in the trip. Okay, that's all I've got. See ya. Okay, I'm just about in the town of Falls Village, Connecticut, which is the town name I couldn't remember this morning when I was babbling. And I can hear what are, I believe, called the Great Falls. So I think this is going to be the Housatonic River. And there's a dam here with what they call the Great Falls. Let's see where I get a good spot to jump out and take a peek. There might be better places, but we'll sneak in here. Well, nobody's walked this way apparently in a while. Just got spider webs all through my face. Okay, so can't quite see here. I'm gonna see if I can get down a little bit. What the heck? We'll climb down the rocks so that we don't miss a falls. Oofa. Ooh. This is a nice setup. If it was a couple hours later, I'd plop down in the shade over here and have a lunch watching the falls. Not too shabby. Hello, Housatonic River. This looks like it might be an easier place to climb back up. I guess they don't want people out on that edge. A little too much liability. We must be in civilization again, where they care about things like that. Okay, off to the city of Falls Village. Okay, I'm crossing over the bridge, over the Housatonic. I guess this means that I'm close to town. We shall see. Okay, I just left the Falls Village Cafe. That was a bonus. It's funny because it's a Sunday, so I was worried that they were actually going to be closed since it's Sunday, and it was adding a half mile to the day to go over to it. So I was a happy man when I actually got there and it was open, so it was worth the gamble. So I just got myself a bacon, egg, and cheese for second breakfast, some apple juice, got a buffalo chicken wrap for lunch. So happy day, happy day. Good food. Okay, back on trail. Okay, I'm still wandering through the city streets to get back on trail, but close enough. See ya. Okay, another big milestone. 700 miles along the banks of the Housatonic. Not too shabby. Woohoo! I am approaching what is called on the map Hang Glider View. Not a bad view. I wonder if folks actually do hang glide off here. Be pretty awesome. You'd have to get a pretty good jump though to make sure you're above those trees right there. It is another beautiful day today though. And a tad less hot than it's been earlier this week, or this past week. I packed a Pepsi out of town, and when I opened it, it sprayed all over my shirt. So luckily the mosquitoes are not out in force today, since I don't think the soda covered shirt is going to act as a great bug repellent. But so far so good. Heat's not so bad and the mosquitoes aren't so bad. I'm making my way down the back end of this mountain towards the end of my day. I probably have, say, less than 2.5 miles to go before I hit Caesar Brook, which is my designated campsite. I believe what I'm going through right here is what's marked on the map as Rogers Ramp. So I started at Billy's View, and Billy didn't have much of a view, but Roger has a pretty good ramp down here. Kind of a neat little rock formation or split or whatever. Oh heck, we'll pretend we're in Maine and New Hampshire. Get rid of the poles. Okay. That was pretty cool. Nice rock. Like, that is a big boy that got dropped here by some glacier. Okay. 2.5 to go. And then feet get to rest. Okay, I hear running water ahead. This should be Caesar Brook, which marks the end of day 75. So this was a 16.1 mile day. That's another long one. So my 3-day total is over 50 miles. So that's not normal, obviously, for us. And the only reason I did it, we normally don't set deadlines for ourselves. But last week we had set our plan to get to Bear Mountain on a certain date, Bear Mountain, New York, to meet some folks. And then with the little extra time off that we took, that date was not going to happen unless I pushed it the last 3 days. And so I decided to try to make up the miles early in the week rather than waiting till later in the week. And I think with today's mileage, the miles have been made up. So the next 7 days or so to get to Bear Mountain, New York should be much more reasonable. Okay, and now I see the brook in front of me, and we'll see where a good place to camp is. Right along here, either on this side or the next side. So there's my brook, and not a moment too soon because I am out of water and thirsty. So this is the end of the day. Thanks. See you tomorrow.